What's going on, y'all? So listen, child, everything late tonight. Okay, I apologize. I had work and some other stuff to do, and then uploading this stuff on YouTube. I don't know. Today, I get into that in what it is video, but YouTube on some stuff like it's just taking extremely longer than it usually do for me to upload. But anyway, let's just get into this video because I really don't want it to be long. But this is Black Ink Crew, season 6, episode 16, Baby Making Factory. All right, so let's just get one little part out the way. Donna, the girls went out there to go see Donna to see how she's doing, brought her some gifts, some unicorns, some candy, some stuff like that. She was just telling them her experience and how it is and how, she was 8 weeks pregnant and didn't know because the baby was growing in her fallopian tube. They had to take the fallopian tube out and part of her piece of her uterus as well. If she was to get pregnant, it's going to be high risk, and she can't give a vaginal birth. She would have to, have a cesarean section. So that's crazy. And it's good to have people in your corner. Now, I say all of that because, like, I really cannot have a friend like Sky. I cannot have a friend like Sky for nothing in the world because I I don't want to be fighting the people that I'm supposed to be friends with. Okay, it's one thing to tell your friend about themselves and y'all get into y'all little arguments, but to physically fight them. On the preview for next week's episode, we see they gonna get into a fight and they're still cool. Like, that just wouldn't rock with me. Once we put hands on each other, it's over and done with. Unless we really, 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 really close, really close, and we got mad history together, then I might consider it. But bitch, if I only known you for a couple of years, a year, maybe three, in that area, I'm done. I'm done. I can't do that shit with your ass. And then let's just with Sky. Sky, I'm not going play by play, but I'm going case by case. Sky just needs Sky needs professional help. All right, we just gonna put that out there. The shit, the antics in the beginning, we was like, girl, but now it's a little bit draining. Now it's a little bit lame, okay? And I know it's her to a certain extent, but you can't tell me it ain't amplified because these cameras are on and because, she got a little bit of fandom coming to her because of being on this show. But she come up in the damn shop talking about something she want a baby. Okay? Don't do it, sis. Everybody looking like a baby. A baby, bitch. You don't need no baby. Sky is one of those people. Like, I get it. Sometimes people do have kids when they're younger, or they have kids at the wrong time for them, and they put them up for adoption, and then later on, when they get their life together, they do find their partner in life, or probably have another, conscious decision to raise a child on their own, and they do have children later on. But Scott, baby, you're not the one that needs to be having any type of kids until you get your life 100% together. And your life ain't even 20% together, okay? Yeah, you might be in a good place financially for right now. But right now, we don't know how long that's going to last. But for right now, you cool or whatever. But mentally, you not prepared to have no child. You really aren't. And she's literally doing this to, it feels like, to take the place of the fact that her son Genesis don't want to give in to her yet. Okay, so she trying to move on from that, and her next thing is to let me go ahead and get a have a child. She's telling them about how she went to go see Kathy, and she's on this spiritual journey, and all this stuff that she was going through, and now that led her to saying that she needs a child. How, girl? And then the she went to the clinic to go the fertilization clinic or whatever you call it. I'm gonna call it OBGYN, okay? Went there, and the doctor, the main doctor who do the stuff, who was giving her all the information, either mama had some scripts being read before and she was ready to do her cue, or she just knew that the camera was gonna be there and she just got into it too and was like, bitch, the camera's here, this is my opportunity not to be a dull head. She played right along with Sky. I was waiting for her to say, now bitch, this is what you need to do. Okay, now first you do this, second you do this. You see this girl? Okay, okay. But she was fun with it, okay? And to be quite honest, I actually like doctors like that who aren't so serious. And when I say serious, I mean like they're just so emotionalist and deadpan with it. Like, damn, I come in trying to see if I got a full little head cold, and I just need you to prescribe me a little bit of penicillin or some shit for a little something that I got, and you just telling me in your face or whatever. You can just tell me, girl, oh, you needed some penicillin, and I look at your face and the way you delivering the message, you making me feel like I didn't get cancer, brain tumor, or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't need all that. Have a little life. You know, my doctor, he is so deadpan, but his humor is there. You know, and we known him so many years or whatever. So he makes us comfortable being there, and we get his humor and stuff like that. We sarcastic. Well, I'm sarcastic because my sister, us, we had the same doctor for many years, so we go to the same person. Like, he literally is the family doctor, and you know, it's just a comfort. It's he's like part of the family. Okay, we sarcastic, nonchalant with certain stuff. He the same way. So we all get each other humor and shit. So it's cool. You gotta get somebody, shop around. See, that is the part about adulting. You know, I know I'm getting off course. That is the part about adulting that I cannot stand sometimes because it's like you be so used to certain things, especially like when you on your mama insurance until you like, what is it, 26, 27. I will never forget that. Like, that was the hardest thing. When I got off her insurance, it was like, oh my God, so I got to go look and search and find my own insurance. Mama, what does this mean? Okay, PPO, HMO, what does that mean I'm going to have this? So I got to get another doctor for this, for that. I don't even know these people. Like, why can't I just what? You know, adulting is hard sometimes. But then, you know, we stress ourselves out, so and it don't even be that bad. Bitch, I wound up with the same fucking doctor, so I was fine. I was fine. You know, I already put a video up about how I overthink and overdo shit sometimes, but it is what it is. But anyway, the doctor was like, girl, let me tell you, so you had any surgeries? And she was like, I had my titties done, I had my pussy done, I had my ass done, I had my vagina done, all that stuff. That's the same thing. You know, it used to look like a monster, now it look like a sleeping angel and shit. The doctor was playing along with it. She was just like, girl. I said, well, I mean, I guess. And she was like, do you smoke or anything? She was like, I don't smoke cigarettes. I do, you know, smoke hookah. The doctor looked at her like, and what else? And she was like, that's it. I said, bitch, whatever. She knew it. But, you know, she started giving her the little information. I will say, this was another, I can appreciate this moment, even though it's with the wrong person, Sky. I can appreciate this moment because in last week's episode, even though we got some drama and we got some goofiness, we got a serious moment with Donna and educating folks about an ectopic pregnancy and things of that such and what women go through. And now we get another educational moment for those who actually have to looking into getting pregnant to have kids. And you know, she gave her 3 different ways. The first way was actually having sex. The second way was, you know, was it ISS or something like that? Whatever. Donna called it turkey basting. Okay, you know, a lot of lesbians, they either do that. Okay, it's stereotypical, but they do that or they do, you know, if you got the money, the IVF. Okay, when they get a sperm donation, look at the sperm bank, or they find somebody else, and you know all that stuff. We ain't finna get into that, but whatever, you know. So then the third one was the IVF when they just take the sperm and fertilize the egg and all that shit. They showed them the lab and she was like, "That's a little bit too scientific for me," so they gonna do the turkey based roll. Okay, fine. Now she takes up with Caesar. They go to a club. She just looking at dudes coming in, coming out, asking them all type of questions. Oh, you take your vitamins, you do this, you do that. And then Caesar was like, what the hell are you doing? She was like, I'm up in here trying to look for men, look for a potential baby daddy. That's what I'm doing. I said, come on, Sky. See, this is what I'm talking about. And this is how you know she just doing this for the fucking cameras and shit. But whatever. It's comedy at this point. So I just laughed with it because this scene was kind of funny. It was a little, I don't know if it was offensive to my gays, my gay brothers, but to actually have a straight woman come into a gay bar, because kind of found out they was in a gay club. And Caesar was like, wait a fucking minute, what the fuck? She was like, you cute enough, just sit here and attract them and pull them over here, because her whole reasoning is, straight men, they want to have a baby, they want to have the custody stuff and do 50-50 the child support shit. She ain't trying to go through that, so let me just get a gay baby daddy. I said that's kind of ignorant, because just because a man is gay or a woman is gay don't mean that they don't want to be a part of the child's life, or they don't want kids or whatever, because it's a lot of people that are in same-sex relationship who actually do want kids and who have kids. And as she found out, a couple of niggas, when she sent Caesar, at first Caesar, I thought he was about to say something real ignorant about being around a whole bunch of gay men. And as you saw, it's not all feminine men. Gay men come in all different, types and forms or whatever. They're not all just a stereotypical, typical, feminine, extra feminine men that they show on TV all the time. We saw a different variety. And so I thought he was about to be a little bit ignorant, but he was thinking about the shit. But he said, fuck it, and he helped her out, got two dudes up there. And come to find out, they already had kids, and she was like, she don't want no her kids to be a part of no community dicks or some shit like that. I said, bitch, you a community bus box. What are you talking about? All right, everybody done been up in, let me stop. I don't, I gotta stop slut. Is that slut shaming? I noticed that I've been calling women a lot of hoes and stuff lately on these reality shows. I gotta catch myself. Now, see, sometimes it's warranted, but then, we don't really need to put it out there like that, because that can become offensive. And I gotta reprimand myself. And bitch, you shouldn't be saying shit like that, because you won't want nobody coming at your throat like that. So okay, I'm gonna chill on that a little bit. But y'all already know. Then she meet this other dude who, from Atlanta. Okay, she supposedly works down in Atlanta. I don't know what's going on with Black Ink Atlanta, but supposedly that's what she's supposed to be managing. So that kind of hyped her up. He was only up there in New York for a couple of months. He said he was out there filming. Now, no shit and no shade, and I'm not trying to be fucking funny. When he said filming and the fact that they was in a gay club, bitch, the first thing that popped in my mind was Dog Pound, USA, My Vista, the gay section on Pornhub, thugs this, I just started thinking about all the gay porns. Okay, I really did. That's all. I did not think about pictures or nothing. I started thinking about gay porns that be on Pornhub and all that stuff. I was like, that's what you filming. I don't know why my mind went there, but my mind went there. And if I offended somebody, you gotta be kosher and politically correct. People get easily offended these days. If I offended y'all, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure some of y'all minds with that too. Cause I was like, cause the way they kind of stopped it to be like, filming what? What are you out here doing? You rented a room to go do something? Because that's all they do. Anyway, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Okay? Dykes do it too. Oh, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. Stop it. Any fucking way. Moving on from that. Sheep was just all up in his face, you this, you that, how tall are you? What's your blood type? Okay, do you want kids? I mean, eventually, yeah, are you cool with your mama? I said, he looking like, what? Girl, it wouldn't have been me. He was up for the challenge anyway. He said, y'all paying me, so let me do it. Bitch, I act the ass on reality TV too if you pay me enough. Anyway, moving on from that. My calf muscles are so fucking pronounced now. I can't wait to lose this fat around this. Anyway, I'm sorry. So, what other part before we get to Walt? That's what it is. Jada didn't go see Donna because she didn't want to go over there. She saw Donna later because Donna had to tell her that Mohammed wanted her to move in with her, and Jada was Jada's roommate. After Jada's other roommate left. Okay. And Jada, she was happy to see her because she didn't go see her when the other girls went to go see her because she didn't want to deal with Sky bullshit, which is understandable. And the whole thing is she's in her feelings because her other roommate just up and left the same way that she felt like Donna's about to do. And she like, who gonna help me with this rent and all this shit? But she got to understand that Donna wasn't gonna stay there the whole time. But, you know, maybe you need to downgrade yourself and go somewhere that you can actually afford by yourself. And I'm not even going to shade. I probably said some things about New York City or whatever and people with roommates, but I'm not going to shade that because, especially in this time and day, the shit is hard. And especially out there in New York. Now, we got some high rent out here in Chicago, but theirs is probably like a third higher than us, okay? Like, a studio apartment for 1600 a month. Bitch, please. I don't even pay that much in mortgage out here for this 4-bedroom house. Like, bitch, ain't nobody got time for that. 4-bedroom, 2.5 baths, furnished basement, garage, shit like that. That's not no 1600 out here, okay? What the fuck? What the fuck? But I will never forget. I was rolling around and I seen something. I will say something. I was up on the north side. Nope, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that in this video. Yes, I am. I was on the north side today, early this morning, and the houses out there, they look expensive as shit, and they always expensive. And then the little apartment stuff, oh, you bet your dollar bottom, they're gonna be expensive too. I ain't got time for that, okay? That's why I'm like, keep me on the south side. If I stay in Chicago, keep me on the south side. Keep me in the hood or whatever. It's decent parts of some hoods too, but I just want to go where it's cheaper at, okay? Cheaper and good, okay? And you find me that, we can rock. Moving on from that, Walter. So they was in the shop talking about the whole party thing and what happened and how Walter everybody been noticing that Walter has not been himself, okay? And they trying to figure out what's going on. And so Season and Teddy called him up and was like, yo, where you at? Because we finna come over there and see you. He told them in this address, and they was like, where that at? And he was like, between this and between that. And it was like, okay. It was like, where the fuck is he at? And Teddy was like, that's the projects. It was like, what is Walt doing living in the projects? Why is he over at the projects when he's supposed to be in Jersey with his kids? That's where he got his home at. And so, literally coming to the project, I said, damn, the inside of the projects, just about everybody projects looks the same in the inside, okay? My aunt used to live in the projects when I was younger, and them same old orange, yellow walls used to be out here. I was like, nothing really changes. But anyway, it was literally empty up in that room. First of all, he said he rented a room in there. When you first open up the door and what was supposed to be, I guess, like the living room area, it's just like a small cube mini fridge, and not even a full mini fridge. It's literally a cube mini fridge where you could probably just put a couple of drinks and a couple of sandwiches up in that bitch. That's it. All right. And then it looked like a little portable heater up in there. And that was it. And then there was a room in the back where Walt room looked like it probably was the only place in the whole apartment that had actual furniture in there, which was just a bed. Okay, and they was trying to get down to the reason why are you here. And he was like, see, that's the thing. Ain't nobody asking me why I'm here. Don't nobody know what I'm going through and shit like that. And I was just saying, I stand by everything that I said about the whole situation, about the way that Walt blew up last week. You cannot take your problems out on other people because you're going through it. Other people everyone is going through something, okay? Everyone is going through something. I'm going through something at the moment. So does that give me some reason to go to work and to take out my frustration, my irritation with this a certain situation out on my coworkers when they didn't do nothing to me, when they don't even know nothing about it, just because they opened up their mouth and they said this and they said that and it's not even directed towards me? No, that's not right, okay? You cannot do that. You have to learn how to work through stuff or to, put a lid on it while you in the presence of other people, and then let that shit out when comfortable by yourself or in a therapist's office or something like that, because you can pop off on the wrong person and get yourself in deeper shit. You know what I'm saying? But basically, he fucked up financially, and I was just sitting here like, this is a teachable moment, okay? Because a lot of people think that these people get on these reality shows, and all these reality shows keep popping up left and right, and people swear and think that just because a person get on a reality show, they on TV or whatever, no matter what the channel, that they making all this much so much money. When you first get on a reality show, you barely making shit. If the show get picked up, you probably get a little small minimum fucking bump. And then you probably will gradually get something else depending on the popularity if it get picks up another season or whatever. Most of these reality people, they make their money when they go to these club events and all this stuff or whatever. Plus, this is a this is a teachable moment for anybody who get into any type of industry to learn how to manage your money. Okay, and what I can appreciate is that he put it out there that he mismanaged his money. He wasn't budgeting it right. Okay, and it caused him to get his house taken away. He was a single father. The kids was living with him, his son and his daughter. He had to send them out here to Illinois to live with the mother because he didn't want to see him going through that, and he couldn't afford to take care of him right then and there. You know, string them along here, string them along there, and I can see where that hurt comes from because he did pride himself in being a single father. And, you know, when he snapped off, they was like, but how you get here? And it was like his whole thing. And it made me mad because I was going through part of the situation that I'm going through. The person always say, I'm not trying to be a burden. And when he said that shit, it was just like deja fucking vu. I was like, oh my God, here we go with this shit. And you always have people who they hold shit in and they don't want to tell the people around them what's going on because they don't want to be looked at as a charity case or for people to have pity for them or you know to be a burden. Okay, so they like, let me live in my stuff, let me work it out. And that's where Walt was coming from. But that breakdown, I ain't gonna lie, that shit touched me and it hurt me at the same time. Okay, because I was just feeling it. I was feeling it. And he going through some real shit. That probably was one of the realest moments on you know, that was a real ass moment on the whole series of fucking Black Ink Crew. Okay, that was some real shit. That was not scripted or anything. But still, again, you can't get upset that people don't know what's going on with you when you don't open up your mouth and say things. And sometimes people, you know, and let me get on the friends too. If you know your friend is the type of person that's usually one way and then all of a sudden they start going another way, take that responsibility upon yourself and be a good friend and just be like, yo dog, you okay? Are you sure you're okay? And check in on your people. And I love the fact that, you know, Teddy and Caesar was like, we gonna help you out, and but you need to talk to somebody, you need to get in some counseling or go to a meeting or whatever, because that's why he was drinking so much. And we eventually did see him go to an AA meeting and you know, talking about the situation and getting help, and Teddy actually being there, being a support system. So I appreciate that part. These niggas actually doing something that I actually like. You know what I'm saying? They not just being niggas, okay? They being bros, all right? And that was a good look. That was a good look for them. This shit with Walter coming back and wanting to get all his baby mamas together so that he can see the kids, so the kids can all be brothers and sisters and shit. You know, you had little baby Nova, we saw little Jeremiah, we still ain't seen the other kid that Nikki put off, but all right. Um, you know, Get first we see Coley. I said, look at little Lulu. Bitch, I want to yodel just like that boy up in Walmart. Y'all heard it in my voice a little bit. You know, I could have did it. Bitch, you know, talent. Okay, put me out there any fucking way. How the fuck y'all be doing that shit? Okay, but I was like, this is not gonna end well. I just don't look. It's just she's a little. She's not even a toddler no more. I said the last time we seen her, she was like really like a little toddler. Like I said, oh wow, she really grown up. But I mean, that's what kids do. People grow. Duh, Ashley. But anyway, anyway. So after that, you know, Coley shows up, and you know, it was very sad to see that he has not seen his kids and most of them for months. And the only one that has a legitimate reason why you don't see the kids that much is the fact that Lulu is down in Texas. So he only see her a few times a year. I can understand that. But when you were living up in New York, even with Nikki, you were not seeing your son, okay? And you up here, you're not seeing your daughter. Let me just get on Anya right quick. Anya is a trash ass person. You want to know why I say that? Oh shit ain't shit. Okay, we already know he's a fuck boy. Sometimes, most of the time, he can be a deadbeat. He don't know how to take care of his responsibilities. He don't know how to take accountability for his own actions. But for them to try to reach out to Anya and for Anya to still have him blocked, to have to change the number, knowing damn well that that is the father of your child and you are not allowing him to be in your child's life. I don't give a fuck if he just trying to put forth an effort. When they was up there trying to get in contact with the baby mamas and he couldn't get in contact with her, and Cody had to send her an Instagram message. Okay, send her a DM, and she still said no. All right. If oh shit was really serious about seeing his daughter, and given that this is on fucking film and they seeing what's going on, he could take her to court and sue for a visitation and all that. That's if he was serious. Now see, Coley, she was fine with it or whatever. Lulu wanted to see little Achilles. That broke my heart. The fact that she and the kids aren't that close like that, because of the situation that's going on with old shit. And they used to be, and then when they finally get Kathy agreed to come, he left a nice message, I will say. What irked me was when I honestly felt like Nikki didn't really need to be a part of this, but then again, because one part of me felt like she didn't need to be there, but another part was like, okay, cool. And because when Kathy was trying to speak and, say, I did not stop you from seeing your kid, bitch, when Kathy came through and she sat down, you see Coley with Lil Nova. Oh my God, every time I see her, I just want to hug her. Oh my God, she's so beautiful. Look at the little chicken nugget. Kathy sat down and she was like, Coley was like, don't you see her? Isn't she so pretty? She's just like a little nugget. Kathy looked over like, so, you said you wanted to talk? Bitch, I fell the fuck out because that literally would have been me. Why am I here? I'm not here to see your child. That ain't really got nothing to do with me. We ain't finna have no relationship. My kids finna have a relationship with the kids. So Kathy was not playing, okay? But they was trying. I just at one point I was like, is Kathy lying about because we know Kathy was crazy back in the day, and she did used to use a child against oh shit to because she wanted him back and was mad to see. I said, bitch, Kathy about to blow up seeing his new baby and all this stuff, knowing damn well that she wanted that man so bad. And he moved on to 2 females, 3 females, 4 females, and everybody else after her, and finally got married to this other lady. Girl, that was something. But she kept her composure for the most part, up until they was trying to say that she wouldn't let him see the kids and all that, see Achilles, and he was, and then all of a sudden they're talking this out, and I felt like oh shit, and Nikki needed to talk this out and have this conversation amongst themselves. Nikki didn't need to open up her fucking mouth and say, well, why did you try to get sole custody? Why did you do this? Why did you do that? Now see, I would have popped that bitch, because first of all, I'm not talking to you. This ain't got shit to do with you right now. Okay, we trying to discuss this shit. And even Coley was trying to calm the situation down, and she was like, I'm not finna sit here and go through this stuff. Just let me go home. She told Coley, we are not friends, so why are you doing that shit? Get the fuck away from me. But then see, Nikki kind of redeemed herself just a little bit when she told oh shit, you need to go out there and apologize and take responsibility for your part in this, because it's not just all on her. And he did go out there and say, because she said, you have visitation. We have joint visitation. You can come see him anytime you want. Okay? You don't need me to be in the middle, because he's old enough now to make that decision on his own, and you can come get him or whatever. Okay? And he admitted that, yeah, it's on him. And I said, why you trying to make that lady look crazy? We already know she cuckoo, but she trying to get on this spiritual S type thing, and you just trying to make this girl look out of this world. But it was cool that they were able to be in the same place and talk it out and not get so much in a screaming match like they known to do. But that was the episode, y'all. I want to see next week when he snap off, because they said that baby do not look like oh shit. The baby don't look like oh shit. It look like the mama. Just like Jeremiah looked like her. Literally, her twin. But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel, and I'll see y'all later. I said I wasn't going to go through deep. I done gave y'all a damn near 30-minute video. Fuck out of here. Peace.